YouTube, we'll just give this a minute to warm up, make sure the stream's going through, and then I'll run through an update of everything that's happened since last night and kind of reiterate some of the things we've accomplished. Cool, it looks like we're up on YouTube. So I'm going to start then. Try to avoid rubbing my nose. Bloody hay fever. We're actually going to be simulcasting to Twitch tonight as well as Kick. I'm going to go ahead and start those up and see what happens. We will start with Twitch. Hopefully everything works smoothly tonight. Right, let's start Kick. And we will pick our mouse back to this computer and just ensure we're up running everywhere, and I'll start connecting everything up. Perfect. Looks like we're running on Kick. Let's see. Brilliant. All right, let's start with a little update on what we accomplished. Just going to reiterate what's been happening. So obviously the past couple of weeks, a lot of integrations. The meat and butter here was getting the meat and potatoes was getting YouTube Live Chat, right? And I've quickly went on to do additional ones. So we got Twitch up, and we've got Discord, and then last night I started coding Kick, and I was actually able to get that completed. I went ahead and tested that today, a couple hours ago before I went on stream. Have that in production. So what I'm going to do is start connecting everything up. We'll get off the camera here, start activating all the live chats. As a reminder, it does run through AI mods and have an extensive list of words that the system wouldn't like you to use. Any abuse to the system just results in your account being muted, essentially. Right, let's get my mug out of the way. We will start activating. Funnily enough, the hardest one to activate now is Twitch, because I have to generate a new token manually, but we'll start with Twitch. Oh, sorry, I said that's difficult. YouTube, all I have to do is hit start polling. It's active, so now the live chat is hooked up to the avatar spot on the screen. Perfect.
Dylan R says hello.
Hey Dylan, you just activated that right as I turned on YouTube. I got Kick coded, so that's fully up. We're about to test that now. I'm going to click start connection. Hopefully it says active. Hopefully the server doesn't crash. Start connection. Oh, I don't see anything happening. We'll test that in local. Let me just test that here first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, might be missing some code. Damn it. What's interesting is it didn't require an API key to get local up. So Kick's just another streaming platform.
What is Kick? I've heard of it, but what is it exactly?
Just another streaming platform, kind of like a Twitch. I've just been on kind of a build out, trying to get as many services integrated as possible here. Yeah, it looks like we might require API key validation for that, but if you check this out in local, so I've also been looking at some additional copyright-free music, so we could extend music to all the platforms.
Oh, okay.
Why aren't you connecting, buddy? Let's start connecting. Try on local real quick. Start connect. Yep, see, it's working on local. And I don't see any code missing on server. Dylan, let me know if the audio's okay tonight. Background music's too loud, or my voice sounds bad in the speaker. I noticed it didn't sound great last night. And, there's some other cool things to dig into as well, but let's start here. Oh, here's the problem. I didn't release the actual plugin activation. So that's an issue. Let's go ahead and do that. So this is an MGS module I wrote here just because that's the way the library was set up. So we'll go ahead and get that committed in. And then unfortunately, I'm gonna have to restart
It sounds
the server.
nice.
Okay, sick. Appreciate that. Let's say custom Kynto plugin for kick. Upload that. Now, unfortunately, it's going to require a server restart. Cheers for the like. Appreciate that. Let's see.
One new subscriber.
Thank you. I'm actually going to hook more into the YouTube API tonight. We're going to detect how many likes we get in videos so we can have some effects on the avatars. Okay. One thing at a time. All right, we need to trigger the build server. So as usual, it's a custom system from A to Z. Let's run build pipeline. Give us a minute to run through. I hate
I have
restarting
seen
the
a voice
server.
crispy. I don't know what the name of the platform is, but it makes a person's voice crystal clear.
Yeah, I actually do a lot of filtering here. I have an air conditioner running right next to a server. My office is very loud. So I use NVIDIA's voice cancellation. I use the EGA mics, which has voice cancellation, voice isolation written into it as well.
Oh, I have a question, a big one. It will take 5 minutes whenever you're ready.
Okay. Yeah, let me get through this right here because this is a little bit painful. Every time I restart the server, because of the way YouTube live chat's exposed in the API, it's just nasty. It's not WebSocket driven.
Oh, cool.
So, we essentially get a list of all the chats that have already occurred, and I haven't found a clean way to get by that, other than straight up logging every chat to the database and then ensuring it's not been read out before. Where are we at in the build? Also, Dylan, you like this guy. So it's called an Anki Cosmo, and I actually have this hooked up to Kynto, so I could talk to this in real life. It's hooked up to an OpenAI avatar in Kynto, and it has a camera in it. All sorts of cool stuff we'll do with him. It'd be cool to have a live chat control this, wouldn't it? Hurry up. If this restarts okay, then we'll be
Wow, that's cool.
up and running on multiple platforms. We have some time tonight as well. I'm going to try and wrap up the TTS queue. I'm going to have it automatically detect when I'm talking. That way it doesn't read out moderated TTS messages as I'm talking, so it'll delay them. I think that'll be a little bit cleaner. Alright, let's get this off screen here.
Is it like those interactive bots that simulate a pet?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, exactly. But what makes it cool is you can run Python on it. Well, technically you run it on a phone or a computer that connects to it. And you can control it with Python. So I've had some folks ask if I do any Python. We can look at some of my crappy Python for this guy. Right, be ready for a restart momentarily. Not deployed. Let's bring her down. Just so you know, when this is down, it won't read out your chat messages, but we'll bring it right back up. Oh, turned around. let that do its thing. Takes about a minute to run through everything. Just to know, I'm not too familiar with Kik either, but I think the more places we get the live chat hooked up to, kind of demonstrate Kynto bringing them all into one place, the better. I feel a little bit better doing that now with the extensive work I've done on the AI moderation. It does a lot of the heavy lifting for me. Where are we at on server? Looks like we're back up. And as usual, remember I have to connect to other services before I read out your chat. I'm going to mute it, so have it go crazy when it goes through YouTube. Okay. I think the first one I'll try before I turn YouTube back on is just to ensure Kik is working, so bear with me while I get this set up. What we'll do is we'll bring this back, log back in. Go ahead, go into Kik. Hopefully when we start connection, it says active down here. Cross your fingers. Oh no, it was active for a second. See, that's why I didn't bother setting everything else up. Let me debug this. So in Docker, I'm just going to attach to the logs off screen here. It's funny developing something that's built around live chat, because in order to test it, I have to do it live. So you get to see all the fails, all the debugging. Ideally, I wouldn't do it that way, but not much of an option. Okay, why did it crash? Failed to launch browser process. Oh, I don't think we could run that on the server. Okay. Look at this. It looks like the Kik library utilizes Chrome, which is problematic. We're running it in a container. We'll see if we can support that. We'll take a look at the GitHub. So what I'm going to do is just go bit everything up, and we'll just test this on local. And one of the things I should have done before I put it up was test it in a container. For easy use, I do basically hot reloading on the LAN, but we'll bring it back. Yeah, it requires Puppeteer. Interesting. All right, well, let's bring YouTube and everything back. I'm just gonna start it up. That's good to know. Hey Nitro, hey Uzura. Give me a second here, and I'll get you guys represented on screen as avatars. Typically this goes pretty smoothly, but I'm implementing Kik Chat, and just found out it requires Puppeteer to be available. We're gonna have to make that available to the container somehow. I don't make any money doing this. I do this for fun, but I appreciate the question. Make sure you show your support by subscribing. Totally honest, I'm fine not making money doing this. You know, I have a job, I work hard, and I've done that since I was a kid. You know, I'm thankful that I learned this skill young, and I can make money off it without doing that, like on streaming or any of that stuff. All right, let's get this boot back up. Okay. So just a reminder, what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate YouTube Chat, I'm going to activate Twitch and Discord, and we're going to work on Kik locally, not do anything on the server with it. Alright. Dylan R, we'll have YouTube back up in a second. You're going to see the screen go crazy. That's okay, it's just a side effect of how YouTube live chat is implemented. Boom. Look at that, all your messages at once. Give this a second to catch up. And then I'll unmute.
Sure.
There we go. Let me activate Twitch again. Well, I never had that active, but we'll start it. You see how nicely I have the YouTube live chat integrated though? It's one button.
There it's working.
Yep, perfect. Twitch, you have to generate a token every video session essentially. I just do that off screen. I'm going to make a UI button to trigger it, but
can you give some tips? How can I grab a job? I have been struggling a lot from last 1 year.
Yeah, absolutely. What language do you work in? Front end, back end, app development. What do you do? That's Twitch up. Discord is easy. I just hit start connection. There we go. Guys, make sure you do join the Discord. It's in my profile links on the channel. And yeah, it just helps keep an eye on the project. Okay. Give me a second to test something over here. What's the called? Front end, we want the back end. Okay, so this one isn't. Okay, you're an app developer. I find the thing that worked best for me with getting jobs is just having a solid portfolio. Obviously, resume is important, but like if you have any projects that you're passionate about and can communicate that in an interview, like that's always done well for me. Like I'll be completely honest, when I first got into coding, you'll notice that like pixel art in this avatar chat. It's quite retro for a reason. Some of it's from code, from projects that I worked on when I was 12. And, hopefully we'll get some pixel artists to come on and help us update it. But like I've actually got a couple of jobs just showing various builds of this well before I ever like rebuilt it as it stands now. It's like a live chat system. And for you guys that don't know about Kynto, it's more than what you see. WebRTC has screen sharing, camera sharing, microphone sharing, you can make calls on it. It's all peer-to-peer. It's a whole system. So the first thing I could do.
Got it.
How extensive is your resume? Like, have you been an app dev for a long time, or is it just something you recently got into? Like over the past year or two? What I can show though is the kick system working locally. Means I need another tab, don't I? Where is everything? We'll go test it in a small room. This one, no, it's too small. We could always make it bigger. I have to work on the logic that actually spawns avatars. It requires like a, it's not very smart. Like as far as placing a group of avatars, so I have to make the room a little bit bigger. Oops. I'll quick reload so it looks better. Alright. Test kicking here. So this is two different instances. The one you're seeing on the bottom of your screen is production. This is local right here. I'm going to click start connection. It works there. So let's make this smaller. If I go into kick, this should work instantly. There you go. But it has a dependency for something that we can't satisfy. So what I'm going to do is actually have a look at the repo. For goodness sake, what was it called? We'll actually look at the implementation and see why it requires Puppeteer. We might just end up writing our own implementation. It's pretty dirty to require a whole instance of Chrome.
I don't know why, but the current zone makes me skip the breath. I don't know why song do that.
Oh, it sounds bad. I could switch it. Don't want that. Where's search? Any issues? Alright. Also, I'm curious, Dylan, do you think I should run the YouTube stream similar to how I do it on Twitch, where it's like, you know, a full desktop stream? Typically, we do the portrait stream to get some more exposure on YouTube, but if it's going to be quiet here tonight, there's not much point. Let's see where it's utilizing Puppeteer and why. Guess we could just check it out and open up VS Code, that'd be quicker.
Discord_Mr. Bros 15 says, I love the idea of the desktop view stream, but you will get more views in shorts.
Yeah, that's my problem. Actually, I'm torn on it. Why is it okay? Let's look at package JSON. Maybe that will give us some more info. Its dependencies. Yeah, see, it's requiring Puppeteer. Why? Why is it doing that?
Can't a person do 2 live streams at once? I've seen someone do that before.
I don't know if we could do that on YouTube. I guess it's like worth trying it. I do have it all set up here. I know we could do it on like a separate channel. That's a possibility. I am tempted to set up a second channel on YouTube just because I want to cover stuff that might not fit so neatly within this format that I've kind of created, and it's kind of working. Like I'll be going to Scotland in about a month, go back home, and I want to capture all that. And I don't know if it makes a lot of sense to do it this channel, but maybe it does if I, you know, bring everyone along as avatars. So maybe I should work towards that. Puppeteer, why are you here? What we might end up doing, if I can't find a good reason that they're using it, it's just...
Call it at CodeLoch test LOL.
That's a good point. We could just write our own implementation. We're just requiring it wrongly. Alright, let's check this out. That way we can get it in VS Code. What I'll do is just spin up another VS Code. I don't always have to do this, like step through a library this extensively, but I did see someone ask about a Twitch package. I'll go back and take a look at that after I get some progress here.
One question: if you go back home, how do you move all your equipment?
Well, I live in Florida, and as long as I don't get held up, you know, by immigration coming home, I should be fine. But yeah, no, I do have to bring a lot of equipment with me. At minimum, I have to bring 2 computers. I'm going to be bringing a drone, cameras, mics, gimbals, probably 2 phones, one for Kynto, just one as a normal phone. I have a VR headset, whatever wants me to bring that. I have the Steam Deck, probably bring that as well. So it's gonna look ridiculous. Where do I pop this? I will be able to. What the hell is that song? It sounds like a circus.
Look at the YouTube live stream. The robot looks like he's on a tile. That's so cool.
Oh, that's funny. I went to chat clearly. I have a video on my channel that shows this working with Kynto. They did some updates to the firmware on it that might have broken my integration. Oh, these speech bubbles stick around. Oh, it does look like it. That's sweet. Alright. Pick API. So they're using Puppeteer in here. I think we'd only be using it for testing, but appears not. It appears they're using it to maybe scrape. Oh, we might have to. This might be an idea on how to scrape the YouTube live chat. There's so many limitations when they just give us a REST API in order to get live chat, when they're actually, you know, if you look at the chat on YouTube that you post, it appears instant. So I assume it's WebSockets or some sort of pub sub system they just don't make public. Alright, so we want to figure out how to get Puppeteer working in Docker. Let's have a look. Okay, that's quite a few things to run. I think we have any
Terry
choice.
Wanza says I like HTML and CSS and JavaScript.
That's good, Terry. I like it too. The web is accessible on anything. It doesn't require any. Like, you don't have to download it. Essentially, the browser does it for you. Have you built anything cool? Are you interested in building something? I'm gonna have to look at Docker. Let me just I'm running a setup script here. Let's see.
One thing, why is Discord not going through, or did I miss it?
Discord should be active. You want to give it another test? I might not have hit activate. Let's see. Oh, I have it on this computer too, don't I?
Hello.
Alo just asked if we could code an auto clicker for Minecraft. Yeah, it's definitely possible. So I'll show you how I would do that if you wanted to do it in JavaScript. What I would do is I'd use Electron, and I'll show you my remote desktop
There it's
implementation. So you could definitely do that. Give me a second here. So I implemented remote desktop on top of WebRTC. It's all done in JavaScript. But what you're looking for is you want to hijack the mouse. So in this project, I use something called Nodejs. Let's see. Yeah, right here. I want to zoom in a lot. But so give me some specifics on what the auto clicker should do. Is it like just like random clicking, or do you want it to click on specific items? Is it like a macro where you just like want it to, you click stuff and then it just replays the clicks? Because depending on what you want, it might require the more than just what I'm going to explain. If it's like object recognition or something. But yeah, this one. So Node.js itself is for desktop automation, and it just says JavaScript. Literally, like if you look here, it lets JavaScript control your mouse on your computer or your keyboard. And I was like, well, can't I use that to do remote desktop? And I could, so can't wait to get back into this to actually show you that working. But if you give me some specifics on like how you want the auto clicker to work, we could work on it in a live stream. Like I could build it here. I'm happy to do that. There is one thing I wanted to code real quick. Guys, make sure you're subscribed and following the channel for more updates. It's nightly streams here. Dylan can attest, I'm always coding something.
Snapo says 1 new subscriber.
Thank you. So that actually reminds me of what I wanted to work on real quick. What we're going to do is we're going to, when someone likes the live stream video on YouTube, we're going to have it do something cool.
Be sure to join the Discord so that you don't mess out on anything.
Yeah, 100%. That's a good idea. You can find the links on my profile on YouTube at least. And there is CodeLoch.com, which contains links to everything. Okay, so what we need to do is start coding. Think about what we need here. We're gonna have to fetch.
Ashish, the reason it's taking a while to go through is YouTube limits.
Yeah, that's why I recommend you join the Discord for instantaneous messages. But let's see if it might have skipped a message of yours. Let's see. Oh, it did skip your messages.
Ashish messages are not visible.
I do see that. I'd say out of all the live chats, unfortunately YouTube is the one I'm least happy with. But what I'm gonna, so just bear with me there. We will get it figured out and improve it. One of the things I want to do as well is, so to give you guys an example, say Dylan sends a message and then Tom sends a message right after it, it'll cut off Dylan's message. So that might have been how your message was skipped. What I've got for that is I'm coding a chat queue. I have the UI done for it. We just have to finish the back end. But let me go ahead and code this get video total likes. Ashish, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but make sure you join the Discord because you can give me some more details on how you want the Minecraft script to work. If you even do it tonight, like I'll start working on it. Like I want to just demonstrate how, like for anyone, that web development isn't limited to just web, especially with JavaScript. You could use it to make stuff like auto clickers or whatever you want. All right, so what I'm gonna do, let me mute this for 1 second. So I'm just gonna code it so we can get in the total likes on the live stream, and then when I have it do a cool effect in the avatar world, something like someone actually likes the video. And I think what we're gonna have is like a little game like UI, you know, like something like Crash Bandicoot or something, where it shows the amount of likes, the amount of subscribers that we got, like during this development session. So I'll unmute the chat
Describing
and get to
you,
work.
L like the vibe, open mouth smile.
Much appreciated, thank you.
One new subscriber.
That was you. Very good. All right, so we're going to automatically fetch the current live video ID. That's what we need. How did I do that before? This song sounds like a Pink Floyd song. I like it. So to do this, I already set a bunch of logic here. Get live video ID for channel, so we don't have to copy and paste the YouTube link, it just does it for us. And then what do I want to do? I'm going to have to write a request. That's fine. The reason I'm defining this as a variable is so I can just come back and make this dynamic afterwards, so other people can use it if they wanted to run live streams through this. But as a code, I just wanted to use mine. I think it's a statistics API for YouTube. It looks right. And then we're going to have to construct a request, which is going to be a GET request in this instance. Probably what else we want? Provide our key. Can't make a YouTube API request without providing your key. You and find some docs on this. YouTube does, like, I'm not too happy with the state of docs for YouTube's API, but we'll stumble through it. So part specifies like the field that you want back. What do you want?
Autocorrect is annoying.
Oh yeah. And then we want to use that. Actually make a GET request. I use Axe iOS, Axe, who knows what they call it, but yeah, Axe iOS. It's so weird. Axis, that's probably how you're supposed to pronounce it. Contaminated from iPhone development. Pop in and try catch. Wait, is nice. Before promises and async, wait was introduced in
https
JavaScript.
quickref.me. I actually wanted to use the auto-clicker for PvP.
Hey Dylan, I'll make some time. Let me get through just coding this real quick, just because like I want to get this up, and then we'll take like 10 minutes to just go through some of the stuff you sent, and anything else anyone else wants to pull up. So think it's like having a little segments, do a little bit of coding, get it working, test it, and then like show and tell. That way, like I'm prone to be jumping around already. Where was it?
Sure.
Appreciate it. So let's get passing a request really. Passing an object called params, which contains a query. Catch any errors. In this case, we'll just log it.
Hello Laurod 56.
Yeah, hello Rod, how are you doing tonight? If you're happy it's the weekend, I should It's been raining here for like past couple of weeks. So hopefully tomorrow I get to the beach and get some swimming in. Dylan, I think you're in winter, right? Where you're at in the world? Oh, we have to pass in the video ID. Where do I specify that?
One new subscriber.
Yeah.
Very cold.
Very cold, really? Okay, yeah, we do have to pass in our video ID. Do we have to pass in the channel ID as well? No. Probably get rid of that. It's the response, we'll just return 0 or -1 to signal an error. How about that? Do have a response? Well, response to data. What does it return? It returns an array of items. I like being verbose with naming my functions and my variables. That way the code is more explanatory. You don't have to put as many comments. I'm sure you guys have seen the drama with Pirate Software. He's actually like quite impressive, like what he's done on YouTube and Twitch. But his code leaves a wee bit to be desired. And I'm open to judgment as well. I'm sitting here coding live, so. And, trust me, I heard it last night. Someone was quite upset that I don't want to use TypeScript for this part of the project. It's like, no, I have 22 years of experience here with JavaScript. You know, there's a time and a place, and I'll happily use TypeScript when I want to. But when it comes to developing things quickly and not introducing additional complexities, like when I'm trying to integrate a cajillion services, and like Kynto's built as an event-driven architecture, the overhead of utilizing TypeScript for the entire project wouldn't give me that much gain. So, and one of the issues I have as well is you're technically transpiling your code, and so you're one step removed from the code what you write from what's actually running in the browser or in Nodejs on the interpreter. And I find that problematic when it comes to debugging, when it comes to just conceptualizing what you actually wrote and how it's running.
JE, a lot of people are pirating with if buying is not owning, pirating is not stealing. Disclaimer for YouTube, I am not promoting any pie, and CodeLoch is also not promoting any.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So Dylan, what I'm talking about is there's a YouTuber and a Twitch person called Pirate Software. And there's a ton of drama around him right now. I don't know if you've heard about what's going on there. Okay. You should get like that. Otherwise we'll return 0. It's not defined. It's back. So if you guys have liked the video, I'm about to see it when I test this. Once we get this working, I'm actually going to code a game effect in the avatar chat. I don't know if it like make the screen shake or do something cool. maybe a little sound effect. We can play around with that. And if you guys have any feedback, I'll implement it. And then once this is done, then we'll take a look at some links and stuff. This is almost done. So I'm just going to try this in console first. Oh, that shouldn't be here.
TT's not working.
Sure.
Test 1.
Laura, that's good feedback. I'm not sure why it's not reading out your comment tonight, but you said, pardon me, gentlemen, but I wish the readers I'm using can't see the word down. Thank you for sharing. So basically you're saying you can't see my code. There's kind of a debate right now if I should continue doing streams in the portrait format. It makes it more likely for, like, that's how you found me on YouTube. It's more likely to serve a stream if it's portrait, but it makes it more difficult to see what's on the screen. I will say that I do stream on Twitch and you can see the full screen. It's the same username. But give me a second, let me test this. I'll do it off screen in case there's anything crazy. Node. Yes. Sorry, Nodejs. Oh, I'm in the stinks.
Nezapozlan123 says, which programming language is this?
Hey Neza, thanks for your question. It's JavaScript. So
Thanks man, it looks familiar.
appreciate you. Did you ever hear of a game called Habbo Hotel?
I know the problem, actually. CodeLoch.
Hey, Cyprus. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but welcome. YouTube doesn't read out when you click the said hi thing, but it's a custom avatar chat. It's driven by live chat. And it supports YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Discord. Still some kinks to work out. I'm literally building it as you guys come and say hello.
Send link where I can check out.
Guys, make sure you're on the Discord because it'll be easier to get links to there.
I believe when someone sends a message it just skips the second person sending, like if person 1 sends a message and person 2 sends a message right after the second and it skips.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. That's why I started coding this. I just haven't finished it, but so this is called the TTS Chat queue, and it lets me and you guys control what your voice sounds like. As you notice, everyone has a custom voice. But check this out, it does it one at a time. So if I click this, oh, that's right, you're not going to see it working. This is on local. But how it would work is it would wait until person 1's message is read out before moving on to the next. And I could manually go through one at a time. So that's going to solve it. Because right now it does just, like, cuts each other off. What appears simple at first, there's a billion things going on.
You got sub.
Appreciate you, buddy.
11 new subscribers.
What the hell is going on? Alright, we're doing okay tonight, guys. Brilliant. Welcome. Let me finish this up. I keep distracting myself. So I'm just checking to see if I've already implemented a statistics call. I have the screen blown up so big so YouTube can see it that it's like making it difficult for me to focus. So let me get a grasp of what I'm doing and then we'll come back. Alright, so I'm going to leave that here. We'll put it from channels. Let's pull up the Google Docs. So I did write a call to get statistics for the channel to get the subscriber count. That's why that subscriber notice is working. I'm just working on doing the same thing for video likes, because if we do something cool when someone likes the live stream, it'll make it more likely for hopefully people to also like it so they can see it happen. And that makes it so YouTube will send more people our way. And we get more avatars on the screen.
For wants to talk to CodeLoch, visit his channel page and Discord link will be there.
Yeah, 100%. Dylan, it looks like I have a word to remove from the filter. I'll get to that too. Alright, so this is what I'm looking at right now. Sometimes the AI overview, well, often it hallucinates. Like even in Google, when you Google a documentation question for an API, it'll hallucinate the response. So let's see what it's sourcing off of. I think it worked on the same time because I don't see statistics listed on the video. Sick.
That's true, that thing hallucinates a lot.
And that's why I think it's like deadly to people learning how to program them. Like, don't get me wrong, I think it's also incredibly useful, but you've got to be able to come in and study docs. Like, I don't know how it would have affected me if I had that when I was younger. But I remember, you know, I had people tell me when I was learning how to code, like, I didn't have, like, I was using Google to learn. There was a time where people didn't have Google. So I could just be...
Are making only games.
Nedza, this, it's more than just a game, I'll be honest. But I do enjoy working on game stuff. Like, I actually use this to put my stream together, so this is how I share desktop. Oh, I disabled it in here, but I can share my desktop, my camera. I have it disabled so someone doesn't come in and hijack the stream. Because this room is open to anyone to join. Oh. But if you actually look at the most recent video on my channel, like not live stream but video, I go through like that side of things. But at work I don't make games. I work on apps and e-commerce stuff. But I think games are more fun. Or like anything graphical. Now I'm starting to miss a scroll. Give me a second. I think I need more coffee. Put some tabs. Too many windows open doesn't help either.
In YouTube.
Oh, no, something went wrong with YouTube. Let's see what happened. Problematic tonight, isn't it? Oh, okay, no. I thought it broke. Dylan just did identify. That's cool. Yeah, so what Dylan just did there is it shows all the people what services they're talking from. No one's talking on Kick tonight because I don't have that active in production. But once I get through this and a little show and tell thing, then we'll get back on fixing Kick.
In YouTube.
Whoa. That made everyone move. Holy crap. I think you just found a bug. That's crazy. Alright, I'll fix that too. Don't feel bad about giving me stuff to do. This is literally why I'm here. This is cool. You just merged everyone into one. That's brilliant. Let me see if I can... Alright. I promise there's more than one person there. They just all merged into Dylan. You know, Dylan, I should have known there would be an issue there because the only thing that didn't work on Kick when I tried it on local was movement. So something's going on. This is giving me no helpful information. Get rating.
Vitao Goncalves says, are you from Brazil?
Hey, welcome to the chat. I'm actually from Scotland, but I live in Florida. Brazil's sweet though. You guys have a... I don't know if you're from Brazil, but I like the food and stuff from there. Any culture that embraces grief is a good one. Yeah, see, this is completely different than what the Google AI was telling me.
Are you working for yourself, or you working for company?
So this is just a personal hobby where I kind of come on and work on this, but I do work for a company during the day. I work on this project specifically to kind of keep myself sane and keep learning. If I just worked at my job, I just get depressed, I think. And I have a good job, but you know, like I'm coding stuff for other people, and it limits the amount of things you can work on, the amount of technologies. I would have never learned about WebRTC, WebGL, even WebSockets. Like barely anyone uses those in web development. At least the ones I've seen, which is crazy. I think we're going to grab some coffee in a second if you guys will bear with me. Okay.
YouTube.
Oh, I don't want to use the AI mode. Look, I can't even Google without being pressured. AI, I'm getting frustrated now.
It was specifically the where command that messed up.
Okay. I'll come back to it, but that's good to know.
That's great, man. Do you have a hub account?
A GitHub account? Yes. Check out my profile. I have some links on my YouTube profile. If you click that, one of them is a GitHub account.
Yes, he does.
All right, this is what I want. All right.
If you want.
Oh, so it was working this whole time. Look, off screen here, let's make sure.
Sorry to bother you, man.
Oh, Neza, no problem. No problem, bother me one problem, like I bet. Like, appreciate you engaging. 100%. Just try to make sure there's nothing crazy here. Alright, looks clean to me. Right, so check this out. This was working the whole time, that's why I was kind of like confused. So from our video list response, it was automatically getting my video ID for the YouTube live chat, a live stream video. We got a total. We got the statistics object back, which gave us a total of 4 likes for the video. So if someone hasn't liked the video, wants to like it, I'm going to run this command again, and it should say 5. Or you could just unlike it if you already liked it, but it'd be good to get additional likes, not less. But any way you can help and test this, I'd appreciate it.
1 new subscriber.
Get a bit test. No, let's go ahead and code. All right, carrying on. So what I'll probably do is make a web API to get this value, and we could hook that up to the Stream Deck. Stream Deck. It's out here. I'm happy with that. Now we want to code a cool effect for the avatars when this runs. I want it to do something. So to do that, it needs to have context to the room WebSocket. I'm going to step out of the library, the interface that I built for it, hop into here. I don't.
Do you think
Can you add a small text join my Discord via this link?
And there's a that's a good question. Do you think AI will take jobs? I think the biggest impact it's having is kind of devaluing like salaries. So tech has been waiting for an excuse to knock down salaries. The problem is like, well, AI is like great, it generates codes, and like in the hands of anyone, you can like, you know, construct simple things. You can construct pretty cool things. In the hands of a seasoned developer, they can do even more with it. I kind of see like it's a misunderstanding of like management and like what's actually possible with it. Like, in order to get the most out of AI, you still have to be a good developer, because like to put together that like an architecture for a platform, whatever it may be, AI like helps speed that process up. But like you still need like the executive thinking of like an architect, like someone that actually understands what they want to accomplish in the first place. AI is like pretty useless without the agent driving it, and the agent in this case is like a web developer. But I do think companies are using this as an opportunity to knock down the amount of money that developers can earn. I think that's pretty clear. And Dylan, I can't add links to my description on YouTube really, because when I do that, I notice YouTube just doesn't send anyone to the video anymore. I know that big YouTubers get through that just fine, they have no issues, but like I did it one time. I put the Discord in there, and I think we had like, I don't know, 16 people come on. I was happy to have anyone come on, but like, you know, we've been growing. That was kind of lame.
Oh, okay.
I call it. So we're going to have to store that. Because this is undefined, we're going to assign it to the state. Just have it terminate early. Kind of similar to the logic we did here. Let's see. So what, calculate the diff.
I just wish YouTubers could directly contact their audience with chat like a personal chat, so that as someone sends the help of a link, it sends directly to them.
Like a DM system, yeah, I agree. Would be cool. Sorry. So if the total new likes for the video are less than 1, just let's terminate. No point reading out that it's not like that. Otherwise, we want to send a message to the room. What do we want to do? Do we want to have the screen share? What do I do here? Okay, so we'll do like an add chat. That makes sense. That'll be the first thing. So we'll read it out. So this room send all function basically wraps WebSocket.
I'm going real quick.
Oh, what is? It's a Kynto event. It's going to add a chat bubble if someone likes the video, and then it will read out like a TTS message that someone liked it. And then we'll have something happen graphically, be it like fireworks go off or something. Cool, I got another like, so we could test out if we got a different result for that, which I wanted to do. So let's try that real quick. We had 4 previously. We'll run this again, run off screen in case anything crazy. Oh, what happened there? What was working now? Why did it give us a... Ooh, what the hell? YouTube API's been strange. Just say we don't have a live up, but that 5th like did come through, so I'm happy with that. Hopefully we're still live in YouTube. Sometimes the API lies. Oh, and there's a good question on Stack. At my job, we use Vue for the front end with Tailwind for the CSS. Vue free and Tailwind. And I'm a front-end developer there currently, so I don't work on implementing the backend or any of the database stuff. They actually use Hybris for the backend, which is kind of a monolithic beast of a Java hellscape. So that's what I use there. How does this works though? Check on the stats of looking stuff. It's the first time we streamed there. Oh, we got 3 viewers and Kick, that's cool. We still Kick viewers now. The reason why there's all that crap in the chat is because I was testing Kick live chat. I have it working on local, but it requires Puppeteer.
I think people need to see how to interact with avatars.
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to finish up after this like, is posting in messages every so often with the commands and stuff. A little risky because, like I said, you have to, in order to develop all this live stream functionality, at least the integrations, like I can test it and set up all the interfaces, but basically doing it live, and I have to be careful with that. Don't want to make any API keys. But let me drop in some commands into YouTube and Twitch. But you did also find a bug, Dylan, that I need to investigate with the move command. I don't know why it moved everyone into you. There's like 30 different chatters all buried in there, or maybe like 20, who knows. It looked like there was a lot. I have a command to make bots spread out. I'm curious if it'll work with this. Let's see if I can trigger it. Oh, I have so many tabs open.
1 new subscriber.
I didn't post the command yet, did I? No. Pretty sure the move command's not working though. I'm about to try it. Oh, it is working. This wasn't working on Kick. But it's not working with a... Oh, that works fine. Nice. Let me see if I can make everyone spread out.
1 new subscriber.
I did put that. I'm going to take a quick coffee break. I'll be right back.
Okay, for when you're back, could you add a spread them command for yourself? For anyone joining, CodeLoch is on his coffee break.
Let's try one other thing out before I commit any of this code. So I coded some camera effects. The Kynto object's not exposed even on local for some reason. So I'm just going to dispatch directly into the browser a new custom event. And I think it's Kynto camera effect. Let's see. We could do some cool effects. Yeah, it's camera effect. Let's see. So camera effect, and then provide a detail in an object, and then we provide the type. Is it type? What do I call it? Oh, we called it effect. Let's make it flash. Some likes flash. Then I can set a duration. Let's do 500 for half a second, and close that out and trigger it. If someone likes, we could have it do that. We could also have it shake the screen. That.
Matt KQ says bada bimbada.
Welcome, Matt. How are you doing tonight? Oh, I have so many tabs open. Dylan, I actually do have a spread command. Let's test it. I'm doing good, buddy. I'm happy it's the weekend. How about you? Nah. Means I'll be able to sleep in a little bit and go to the beach, which is good. Let me try the spread command, Dylan, see if that works. Oh, it has so many tabs open. What the hell? With 4 viewers watching on Kick, this is the first time I streamed there, and we're coding Kick integration. No one's followed there yet, which is interesting. This is what we're looking for. Let's see if my spread command works. It's meant for bots. I don't know if they'll treat the YouTubers as bots. And it doesn't. Okay. What is that? Peer-to-peer command?
Testing.
Yeah, so I have peer-to-peer support, so it doesn't even go through the server. Let me turn that off. So the server picks up my commands. I wonder if moderation's filtering it out. I haven't tested yet. Oh. Well, what I'm going to end up doing is restarting the server anyway, which will pick up all the YouTube avatars and put them on different tiles. Dylan, do you remember what you typed that made everyone like merge into one tile? Was it where? So I should fix that if I'm releasing a server update. So why would where do that? And if you're curious, guys, you can type "who am I," no spaces, and it'll show you which one's your avatar. So like, watch, if I type this "who am I" into the live chat, it makes you jump and it lights your character up.
Look, it's me.
Make us hug flushed face.
Let's hug. Matt, you kind of already are. There's like 10 or 20, 10 or 15 people all in one tile right now. I haven't figured out why that happened, because Dylan just typed where and it didn't trigger that. I call that sort of stuff emergent behavior. Some people call it a bug. But like I said, I want to restart the server anyway to pick up changes here to detect live. So I'm going to have to hammer through some code real quick. I'm going to set up a web endpoint. Yes, I'm just going to dump it in here. Look at that, I think it's supposed to say. I'm going to come back.
YouTube.
In YouTube.
I'm going to come back and move all this out into its own folder. But that's okay for it now. I'll update it like can't. This is just using Express. A lot of the times when I'm coding on stream, like I'm first coding just to kind of demonstrate that.
In YouTube.
In
Okay.
YouTube.
Don't have to type that in. Until I fix the it so it queues the TTS.
In YouTube.
Oh boy.
In YouTube.
Let me mute it. I don't want to blow out anyone's speakers. Now you're free to test on. But as I said, when I'm coding on live, it's kind of important to me to just first like prove whatever I'm working on works and come back and pick it up. It's just so good from the login and oh, you're good, Don. I guess just give me a wee heads up. Do you want to test something? And I'll go ahead and implement it. Like I said, I have that whole TTS panel to release in code, but I'm gonna have to create a new collection in MongoDB to store the chats, essentially. And why it would be useful is, like, say the server crashes for whatever reason, it would know which ones have been read out already. Yeah, the reason it does that, Dylan, is because YouTube, unlike all the other implementations of live chat, I have to, I'm polling the server, I'm polling YouTube, like asking it every 5 seconds, like, hey, give me a list of new chats. And that means all your commands get bundled up and then ran. But it's helpful you're doing that because, you know, other people are going to do that too. Just when you test something, you're more than welcome to test. It helps me out. Just give me a warning and I'll mute it. But I'll go ahead and unmute chat now. There we go. As I said, I'm gonna have to send us a stream, just wrapping up the TTS queue. I might not have to do that on stream. I could probably do that off stream. I don't know, just simulate chat for that. It's just a chunky one. Yeah, let's try to move quick on this. So if there's no socket or no room, then
I recommed just disable the TTs for the mass commands.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Write some notes down real quick. Disable TTS, because I did code a flag for that. For ident who what else was there? What else do we want? Almost 5 in the morning here, so but I do want to get this done before I hop off.
How do you keep track of plans, ideas, features?
Well, I use Trello and stuff locally. I seen you mention that. That's helpful. But the main thing is just tons of notepads. I usually, during or after the stream, I'll sit there and just write everything up that was like a problem or on my mind. And then the next time I want to code, I just come in and go through each one and then check it off. Some of them are more boring than others, so I get to pick which ones I work on. That's how I get through it. The cool side effect to that is you can kind of step through the whole development history that way. What do I want to trigger here? Okay, so we're going to trigger the plugin layer that I wrote. Makes sense. Got you.
Cool, can you add the new links to Discord? I want to check them out if possible.
What do you mean the new links? Like for Kick and stuff? Now we got that sorted. It's done to return a response. Okay.
Jess, please, and the Trello as you mentioned.
I don't have the Trello as a private instance of Trello, but definitely like think about maybe opening it up. It might have some like private stuff in there, so I'd have to go through it first. But that's a good idea, especially that I want people to like you, Dylan, as you know, like you come up with an idea and I can implement it, or I think it adds value, like I go ahead and develop it. So it makes sense to open it up to everyone. That should wire up an endpoint. Then I'm gonna go back into the plugin and trigger some of those camera effects you've seen. Oh, and the sound effects. Let's have a quick look at that. So I have a sound registry in here.
Okay, good vibes.
Yes. I appreciate it, like, guys. That helps us test this stuff in coding now. That's brilliant. Also, do make sure you subscribe. And as Dylan mentioned, there's Discord links in my profile, my YouTube profile, channel profile. Where's the registry? Am I logged in as admin? Yes, I am. Alright, so this, I don't think I've showed you guys this at all. Dylan, you might not have seen this either, but this contains like all the assets in the avatar chat world. Some of those are videos, some of those are like items, like lights, all sorts of stuff like that. Well, we're actually looking for sound effects. So I want to hook up some sound effects to some of this stuff like that's driven from a live chat. You won't be able to trigger this from command. You'll actually have to either subscribe or like the video in order to trigger this. So that'll, you know, like it won't be firing off all the time. Let's see if there's something nice that you can use. Well, maybe like a clapping noise. That'd be funny.
Cool.
And I have everything hooked up. So the server can trigger like sounds to play. It can trigger camera effects. It's the power of like building like a kind of an event architecture for this. I could always change it, so let's just pick something and we'll go from there. It's too long, no, it's cool. Let's do like a computer sound, like a video game. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's do that. Let me see what how it wired up sounds to work. Maybe I could just call them by name. I don't have to provide the URL. Yeah, let's quickly test this. So. Okay. See if we can trigger that real quick on local. Alright, so we've obviously got our camera effect, right? We'll have it shake when someone subscribes. And then we want to trigger a sound effect. So I think I called the event play sound. What do I call it? I wrote some of these APIs like a long time ago. You can tell from some of this older code. Out sound play. That's it. This was back before I even learned about arrow functions. Some of this code is quite old. Let's get off of that before snobs jump on me. Alright, so it's out sound play. And then I don't want to pass the URL because I don't want to store that in the server. I want to trigger it from the asset name. See if we can do that. I'm curious if the duration flag will work. So if though, we could use a pause. Alright. What was it called? Ding sound effect. So ideally, we should just be able to pass this name in. Like that. You won't hear this, but I'll hear it on my local. If it works, you'll hear it soon. Yeah, that's not working. Well, the volume does default to 0.1. So let's populate the volume.
I'm in Dakar.
Oh, your message came through. Just keep in mind it's YouTube. And the API is slow. Where's my bloody tab? Right, the URL, I'll come back and clean that up later. We've not even, in recent live streams, I've not even worked on any of the actual, like, quote unquote game logic. It's all been integrations, it's all been server, it's all been UI. So I'm kind of determined to not touch the game aspect right now, because I'll get too excited and drop everything else to work on that. So we're just going to use what's there until I get live chat where I want to. Why isn't this fire?
JE, I need to default to Discord.
Well, to be honest, that's true, Dylan, but it's also helpful because if something goes wrong with YouTube in general, we'll know because you're using it. I can't hold you to that though. Why isn't this sound playing?
One new subscriber.
Right on, guys. What's going on? Sometimes it sounds. Oh, there we go. It's firing now. Is it?
For the 4 people what G type in chat, TTS will read your message if it does not flag it.
Yeah. Now, as you can see, it's a little overly protective of the stream, which is a good thing. But Dylan, I'll unflag that word. If you could type that word that it's flagging in Discord, and like any flags that's any words that's wrongly flagging, it'd actually be really helpful, Dylan. If you could message me them, that way I can just go fix them all at once. Because right here, I can fix it live. Like the last one that I fixed was hell, because it was blocking hello. So as I say, it was a wee bit overly protective. Web sound permissions working. The browser's so weird. Because I'm triggering this from dev console. That's an issue.
What asterisk 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 G?
open Discord and see.
What G?
Okay, so chin. Weird. Let's fix that now. Yep, there was an entry there. Alright, if you go type that again, Dylan, it'll work. I actually don't like this sound effect. Oh, that is fun. Doesn't work.
I did not see. Did you fix?
Yep, it's fixed. Spent all this time just picking a sound effect to someone else that could do it, but it's a live stream. That would be funny. That's how to get it. It's like a Pokemon said when you catch a Pokemon. Caught a light. Alright, we'll do the clapping noise and just like play it for 1 second. So that works. Oh, that's not what I want to do it. Do a support duration. Oh, maybe just... See how one thing leads to another? That's the problem. Let's... Oh, right. Come back and change it later. What this will be. Let's go with that. Back to work. So let's send a message. Alright, so if we have just one you like for this live stream, then I'll play the single message. Otherwise, I'll do the plural. Hold on, I have to make it so it's a new lines. Let's reverse this. Alright, and I'll send a chat bubble to the room like we have for our subscriber check. We also wanted to do something additional. We're also going to have it trigger a camera effect. So send all. And I don't know if I have that in the enum, so we're just going to specify it right here as a string. I'm going to do camera shake, and then we're going to specify an effect. Shake. And we'll make it shake, I don't know, for 1 second. Duration. 1 second, which is 1,000 milliseconds. Oh my god. Alright. We also wanted to play a little sound. We could batch this up in an array, but I think I'm going to add a delay. So that's why I'm sending the commands one at a time. Sound, play. And I actually have to come back and like just clean up the sound API that is like it should like have a duration field so you can control how long you want the sound effect to play. And yeah, it needs improved. So the name, oh, I think I copied it. Did we lose YouTube? That was the question. Alright, so play. And I think we're gonna add a couple of delays here. It's already async, so I have a little nice helper function. Just do a wait until timeout. We'll wait 500 milliseconds, which is half a second. I'll do that again here. Cool. Let's add some more stuff down here for this guy. What was I doing here? Okay, that makes sense. So 500. Trigger that camera effect. So this time we're gonna do something different. Let's see, do we have it in enum? No, we don't. I'm gonna do one stream called Refactor Day, where I just come in and all I do is tidy things up. The camera effect for this, we're just gonna make the screen flash. Oops. And we'll have that happen for creation. 1 second. Because getting a subscriber is a pretty big deal. I think I have it supported so you can actually add a delay directly in the event with triggers. So we don't need to do this here, which is cleaner. So like, if I do __ delay, I can actually specify it in here, which is a little bit nicer, and it leaves it to the client. But no, we're not going to do that right now. We'll come back and give them some multiple reasons to come in and tidy up. It's curious if we lost YouTube though, so that's why not flag. I think we might have lost YouTube down.
Testing YouTube.
Oh, interesting. The joys of developing. Send out play. This is good. Oh no. I think we're going to reverse the order in which the song plays. Have that play first maybe before the video. So we can go down here. Oops.
One new subscriber.
Same up here. Still look good. Alright, let's quickly test this in local and then we'll release it, test it, and then I have to get to sleep. Sun's will be coming up soon. Wonder our clients populate live stream likes. We need to wire that in to event. Is it case total likes? Total likes. Populate. Where is it? I spelled popular. That's beautiful. Well done. Verify this. Likes count. Fix that typo. Oh my god. Okay, time for a server restart. A local one at least. Let's do that. We'll go over here. And what is it? It's still running.
Devin1620 says, what are you coding?
Basically coding the system that you're chatting through. I'm just coding some different effects right now. If people like or subscribe to the live stream as I'm working, it'll trigger some camera effects, sound effects. But cheers for asking. If you got more questions, please feel free. Also, make sure you subscribe. You just caught me at the end of this. I've been coding since I think 2 AM. It's 5 AM now. But tonight, actually, what I was supposed to do is I coded support for Kick Live Chat, but ran into some issues deploying that to production. But we'll have it working for Twitch and Discord as well as YouTube. Everyone gets a unique voice. Your one sounds funny tonight, by the way. Alright, where was I? Where the hell is this terminal instance? Okay, that's it right there. Let's kill that. Let's restart. And let's reboot this. And to remember the URL, it's supposed to trigger the count update. What was it? Coded in WebGL, Canvas, Nodejs, JavaScript, and then I do media sharing, like the camera and code captures, all custom system. It's over WebRTC, so it's a pretty extensive project. But I'm sure you wouldn't think that when you first see it on your screen. Like you're like, "Whoa, what is this?" All right. Something's not working. Oh. Oh my god. Alright, cool. So you see how it did the camera effect. It played a set where you didn't hear the sound, and then it does the chat bubble when someone subscribes. Just simulate the subscription there. Now we want to do though is do this, have it trigger when someone likes a video. So I'm gonna simulate that. Oops. But for whatever reason the response isn't terminating. Just going update like. Oh, because we never send a bloody response. They should have still triggered this. This is just Express for routing these web requests, triggering the desired WebSockets. Response.end. Stringify. Response. There's many opportunities to come in here and to clean up, that's for sure. Tonight, it's just kind of moving the needle forward, likes count. So that should have triggered the whole like system. Probably something going on in my logic. So let's quickly run through it. Avatar, give an avatar. If it's not defined, then return. Total likes, we get it way away. Let's remember implementation to pull it. Oh, that's the issue. I wasn't pulling the total likes, I was pulling the bloody video ID. Well, that would be the issue, wouldn't it, guys? We want this guy. I have my screen blown up, my Visual Studio zoomed in very far, so it's kind of weird to work with it, but you wouldn't be able to see anything on YouTube if I didn't do it. Alright. Time to reboot the server one more time. Simulate a like. One more time. Oh, pull the logs off to the side and see what's happening. Let's simulate a new result. Still be seeing in the logs. Ah, that's why. I'm invoking populate livestream likes, but I forgot to pass in the socket. See it, it's empty. Let's just expect from the socket that called it. Alright.
One new subscriber.
Should have an effect for that momentarily. Oh, we got a crash. That's good. At least it's touching the code it's supposed to. Oh, 5:23 AM. Getting there. Yeah, it did the sound effect, but we didn't see any text. How did it do it? No. We heard the sound effect. Weird. Huh. Alright. Oh. I didn't finish off my chat functionality. It should have. And we also messed up here. It should be camera effect. It's crazy what tiredness does when coding. Like, it's so clear, but I'm determined to wrap this up. What else we need? We need the ID for the avatar and the username. And then we'll give it another go. So, wait, no, let's say assign chat bubble to. That's just numbers. Oh, we're running this in local, so I'm gonna have to provide an okay. Hold on. Oh no, we can't do that. Let me just give it an artificial value. So how is it doing it for subscribers? Oh. Yeah. Hey Zaraki, how are you doing tonight? If you ask any questions about the system, you'll actually get an avatar on the screen and it'll read out your message and stuff. I'm currently coding it so when people like the live stream or subscribe, it does a cool effect. I'm doing good. Why is it not reading out your question? Your comment is the weird question. How are you doing? For me, it's actually really late. It's 5:30 in the morning. I think that's why I'm starting to run into some walls here. Awesome, Zaki. I appreciate you.
One new subscriber.
catch me next stream. We'll have a lot more to demonstrate, and you'll catch me with some fresh energy. Let's try it again. What's it markups provide? Got to fetch video ID for hashing, but the subscriber count works. Oh, it looks like the YouTube live chat system needs to be restarted. So I have a hard-coded limit of 3,000 requests per stream, so YouTube doesn't give me in trouble. So that's why it's not reading your stuff out. Give me a minute and I'll push this up, these changes, and I'll restart the server so we can quickly test. And then you'll always see your comments and see it works. Also, if you join the Discord, that does work if it's still live. Watch this.
Discord_CodeLoch_mobile says hello from Discord.
That's what it would have done if YouTube's connection was still active. But I'm going to quickly put this together to get this out there. I think once I run a live stream like over 2 hours or however long I've been doing it, yeah, YouTube gets funny with my integration. Alright, I'm just gonna release it. Okay. So we got 3 changes to put in this build. We'll start with web. It's just an endpoint to trigger this. It's okay. We also have some changes to YouTube to get the total likes for a video. We're gonna go ahead and put that out there as well. And ooh, what happened here? I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I just added some guarding, that's fine. And then some debug stuff for post message to live chat. It's not finished. Let's disable this. And then we have the room plugin. When I say plugin, the entire system is custom, but like I kind of had to build a plugin system to make it easier to work on all these integrations. So it ties into so many different platforms. And it makes it easy to build like the platform up one component at a time. Alright, implement effects on new subscriber and for new likes on live stream. And when I restart the server, it's going to reset the quest protection that I have for YouTube, so we don't upset them. So I'm going to commit that into release branch, push that up into Git. I'm going to open up Jenkins. I have a build pipeline. I'm going to trigger that now. It takes about a minute to run. And once that's done, I'm just going to verify at least the effects work for simulate a new subscriber. That way it's live when I come back tomorrow. Technically today after I get some sleep. But I do also have to charge my devices, like get my drone on the charger and stuff, because I'm planning on going to the beach. And if someone wants to meet up with me there, that'd be pretty cool. No idea if on Kick. Like, we had people watching on Kick all night, and it's the first time I've streamed to it. The Cody did to get chat integration, which obviously I couldn't deploy tonight. Only works on local. It needs Puppeteer to work, so I'm gonna have to modify the container build to support all that. But I'm just wondering if people can even follow. Okay. No idea. Is this done yet? Alright. In preparation of this, I'm going to mute the TTS system because you're going to see one of the flaws with the YouTube live system, live chat API. It's basically implemented over as a RESTful API, unlike Twitch, Discord, and even Kick. The problem with that is it makes no sense for live chats, because why am I polling a server to get a list of people that have sent messages? And yeah, it's basically going to trigger everything at once without within this server. It's deployed, so you cd into there. Docker compose down, Docker compose up, build -- d. Oh, sorry. Docker up -- build -d for detached. And you'll see my screen disconnect. Full screen of death. What happened? Ooh.